Hi everybody, this is Steven or Husky to Healthy on YouTube. Today is Monday, June 20th, and this is a response video to Proof Weight Loss Surgery Works for Cabernet Queen's vlog. First of all, I love you, Cabernet Queen. I thought it was a great vlog. I really loved it. A lot of stuff that you said and the subject itself resonated a lot with me, and I completely agree with you that this is a community, and this community is built up of a lot of different people. I wrote some notes so I don't go too off track. This is the third time I've tried to make this video, and I just after a while felt like I was babbling, but you know, there are many type of personalities in this community, and a lot of them have many different types of coping skills. You're going to have some people that are in the community that are going to be very militant and very proactive with this whatever procedure that they have, whatever weight loss surgery procedure that they have. They're going to follow the rules from day one, and you know, they're going to do really well, and they're really going to succeed. But sadly, those are just few and far between. I think that we actually come across people like that. I think more people kind of fall in the category that most people that I see in their vlogs, and hopefully myself included, where you go along, and you do the best you can, and you stumble and you fall, and you pick yourself back up and look at what did I do, how did I get off track, and you go again, or you stumble and fall and you ask for help. You reach out to the community, you reach out to people, and they help and they support you, and they pick you back up, and you go again, and you fall again, and you pick yourself back up and learn from that experience. You know, then there's some people that, you know, through whatever circumstance in their life, don't have different issues. And they may stumble and fall, over the same thing, and maybe they can't quite wrap their head around what why they keep on failing, and due to embarrassment or guilt or just no support, they disappear, you know, and they don't come back on the journey. And I think that's important, that if there are people that are in your vlogging community that you care about, particularly newbies. I fall into that category. I've only had my surgery 6 weeks ago for vertical gastric sleeve, but you know, reach out to them and just drop them a little note. Just, you don't have to be persecuting about it, or where were you? Just be like, hey, haven't seen you in a little while. Hope everything's going well. Chat with you soon, and you know, let them know that you're thinking of you. Let them know you're thinking of them. You know. And then there's another part of the community, and I think this is what this subject was more geared to. And I'm not saying these people don't need to be part of the community. The community is built up of a lot of different people, but due to whatever way that they were raised or their experiences, don't take this the wrong way. If you feel like I'm talking to you, this is not the point. I'm just trying to explain that there's so many different people with so many different needs, but they're people that need the attention, that they, for whatever reason, don't have that kind of care and support in their own personal life, and haven't had somebody being able to tell them that they did a good job or that they're worth it. And it kind of becomes like Munchausen by proxy, where they kind of put themselves in situations where they're constantly failing so they can have people constantly lift them up or tell them they're doing a good job, because even negative attention is attention. And you know, and they're part of the community, and they need the support and love just like anybody else. It takes a different kind of person to deal with them. It takes a kind of person that can love them with strong love and tell them, hey, you know, this is like the third time this month that you've kind of had this problem. I'm like, you know, we need, you know, we really need to, you need to really address this. It's like, you know, maybe you need to talk to your nutritionist, or maybe it's time for you to talk to you know, a therapist that deals exclusively with issues relating to food eating disorders. You know, it takes a different kind of person to deal with that, and not a lot of people are equipped to that. Not a lot of people have the patience for it. And the people that do have the patience for you, my hat's off to you, because I'm not that kind of person. I get annoyed real easily, so I can understand. But I guess what I ask is, when I found Proof Weight Loss Surgery Works and Vertical Sleeve Talk, my two outsources for my two places where I reach out for support, it was such a blessing because I was in a really lonely place trying to figure out, was this surgery going to be good for me? And I have great friends, but none of them have been through this. I just recently found somebody whose partner has had the surgery, and the same surgery that I've had, and she's had it for about a year. And it's really great to finally actually have found somebody in the flesh to talk to. And it can be a lonely place going on this journey when there's nobody here that understands what you're going through. And I unfortunately don't know her well enough that I will call her whenever I'm having a moment or an attack, but I hope to get there with her. But I just ask that when somebody asks you a repetitive question, try to put yourself in their emotional shoes. Remember what it was like when you first took this journey. Remember how many questions you had, and it's not that, well, maybe it is. Maybe some people are asking the questions, repetitive questions, that they know the answers to because they need attention. But maybe it's just because they are, it's at the moment and it's just coming off the top of their head. And maybe they didn't think or have gotten to the point where they realize, oh, I could probably search this person's vlogs and see if I can find something that kind of relates to it. Or maybe they have and they just weren't able to, because it wasn't in the description or what have you, wasn't able to find it. So try to have a little patience with us newbies and put yourself in our position. Now, I know people are going to ask questions like, well, do I have to eat my protein first and stuff like that? And, you can answer however you want to. We know what the answer is. You got to have your protein and you got to get it in one way or the other. But taking it in first is a pretty damn good rule. But, I have my problems. I have my problems with water. It's a rule. Don't drink 15 to 30 minutes. That's what my doctor says. 15 to 30 minutes beforehand or while you're eating or while... Actually, you know what? My doctor says don't drink 15 minutes beforehand. You can have little sips with your meal and don't drink 30 minutes afterwards. But the rules that I hear on here are no drinking 30 minutes beforehand, no drinking 30 minutes afterwards, and no drinking in between. My doctor's given me the okay to have sips, but I still know that I probably would have better results if I didn't. But I have a real hard problem even with the first bite of not getting it down. And I drink a lot of water. I could have 4 glasses of water with a lunch easily. So I enjoy the taste of water. It's very, very refreshing, and taking in water has never been a problem for me. So telling me I can't have water when I'm eating is a very rough adjustment for me. Is it a rule? Yeah. Is it a rule that I do all the time? No. Is it a rule that I hope that I can do? One day. But this is where I am today, and I can just try to do the best I can. And this is a really good example as far as like people who blatantly don't do the rules. I know you're not supposed to eat the skin off of a chicken when you're on this. Heard it, read it, doctors told me, and you know what? Last night I made up some things of baked General Tso's chicken. I've been craving it since before my surgery, and I took the bag open, cooked it a little bit longer so the skin would be crispy, and I had that skin. I paid for it all night long too. 6 o'clock until about 2 o'clock in the morning. All it felt like was that skin was just stuck right here. And you know what? I knew it was a rule. But there's a saying kind of like in Christian circles that there's logos, which means the written or spoken word, and then there's rhema, which is the living word, the word of God. And this is the best way that I can describe it. The rules right now for me are just kind of like logos. Yeah, I know I'm supposed to do it, but they're out in the atmosphere, and I know you're supposed to do it. But I can tell you what, last night, eating chicken skin became rhema to me. I know that I know that I know. It is a rule. If I eat the skin off of a bird, I'm going to pay for it. Is the price high enough? That rule is no longer an abstract thing for me. That rule has become a life rule for me, that if I have it, I'm going to pay for it. And that chicken skin isn't worth me sitting up for 6 or 7 hours wondering if I need to dial 911 and go to the doctor because I'm scared to throw up. And I'm afraid that I'm going to choke on it, because when I laid down last night, it felt like that it was going to come back up and it was just stuck in my esophagus. And it was scary. But you know what? It's like sometimes we ask the repetitive questions, and it's not because we don't know the rules. It may be like, for the example with the chicken breast. Maybe I would have asked one of you, been like, I'm thinking about eating the chicken skin. And I probably still would have eaten the chicken skin no matter what the answer would have been. But, hopefully somebody who's listening to this will be smarter than I am and be like, oh, wow, okay, I'm glad I'm not going to have chicken skin. I'll keep that in mind. I don't want to be up for 6 hours with it stuck in my throat. We all need to be compassionate with one another, and we're going to ask repetitive questions, and we're going to ask silly questions, and we're going to ask stupid questions, because we're human beings and we're prone to error, and we do it in life to begin with, um, and we just got to be patient and understanding with one another, and hopefully, we'll learn how to be kinder and gentle people for it, and we won't lose any more people along the journey, and that we'll have more people in the community that are strong leaders and strong people that have done it, that they can get asked the repetitive questions and not y'all, But I've just really felt that I needed to do a response to this. Like I said, Proof Weight Loss Surgery Works is an amazing, amazing vlog series. Vertical Sleeve Talk, I love it. Banded Windy, Gastric Rose, Cabernet Queen, all of y'all, all of you people that are honest to us and open your lives up to us and your mistakes and everything, we do appreciate it. And if we get on your nerves, we're sorry. But again, thanks, and thank you for letting me babble.